Hello and welcome to a Week 5 game between the Redacted champions and Mr. Diddy's Smoliv Oil. Both these teams have been doing pretty well in our Group A. The Smoliv Oil's only losing to our undefeated team, the Clawitzers, and the Redacted champions are fighting for that third spot. I believe they're currently fourth, so that they can get into our quarters and then, quarterfinals, semifinals, into the finals to hopefully win the whole thing. So pretty important game for both teams here. We'll see how they play here. In terms of teams, I think the exception of Arcanine, we've seen most of these Pokemon from the Redacted Champions, and Rotom Mo might be a somewhat unique pick, but I mean those five Hitmontop, GU, Iron Bundle, Tyranitar, Excadrill are so good. I honestly didn't expect them to ever bring anything different. So yeah, let's swap it to slow speed so I can actually commentate and get this going. So yeah, it is an Arcanine lead. We'll see if it's Intimidate here. And Samurai Hisui into Iron Bundle and Chi-Yu. So if it is Intimidate, not going to matter against these two special attackers. It is. The booster energy is going to increase the speed of Iron Bundle, who will immediately go for Freeze Dry, almost one-hit KOing the Samurai Hisui, but Dark Pulse will finish it off. I don't think that crit mattered too much, to be honest. Arcanine going for Flare Blitz. Unfortunately, that water typing on Iron Bundle, keeping it alive as Dusclops comes out. Interesting that Dusclops is your third Pokemon to come out. Extreme Speed is going to pick up the KO. Very lucky that Arcanine learns that move. And is this Spet Dark Pulse? It is, yeah, and that is going to one-shot Dusclops. I'm unsure if that's Eviolite. We have seen him sometimes not run Eviolite. But yeah, Blood Moon is the last Pokemon here. And without Trick Room, it's going to be a little tough for him to do much. Extreme Speed coming out into Tyranitar to probably break that Air Balloon if I had to guess. And Vacuum Wave actually picks up the KO, being 4 times effective. It's very smart to run that Terra Fighting priority move. Dark Pulse coming out. It's going to be resisted, which actually did make a difference here with Ursaluna. And yeah, both are actually pretty weak to the Vacuum Wave, but that Terra Ghost could stop it here. It's Protect, though, calling that the Terra is going to happen. Swords Dance on Excadrill is certainly not going to be good here, and Dark Pulse going into Arcanine, so predicting that Protect could take out Arcanine. And with 2 Pokemon alive, there's not much that the Redacted Champions can do here. Because they're going to take 1 KO, but they definitely can't take both. Rock Slide does miss, though. That could matter. Although, yeah, no priority move. Dark Pulse is just going to come out, and that will KO Ursaluna. So yeah, that was a pretty good attempt by the Redacted Champions. Just Chi-Yu just does a lot of damage. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Game 2 here. Alright, so here we are in Game 2. I feel like Redacted Champions just really need Trick Room to go up. They're up against a lot faster opponents, and they all do a lot of damage. So you need to be going first, especially with that Ursaluna. I feel like it could do a lot with the ground moves there. So yeah, we'll see. I would be surprised if Dusclops' lead doesn't come out. Maybe like an immediate Terra to make sure you survive that Dark Pulse of Chi-Yu. It's going to be a Zumaro lead this time with Samurai Hisui. Fully expecting Chi-Yu here, it seems, with Hitmontop, and it's Rotom Mo. So yeah, Small Oil is definitely predicting that. Fake Out Pressure is now active as Ursaluna Blood Moon hits the field. And Amoonguss is going to swap in. As Fake Out goes into Amoonguss. Rocky Helmet, and it falls asleep from Effect Spore. That's not good. And Leaf Storm misses. That's incredibly unfortunate. Double Leaf Storm miss! Rotombo, what are you doing? And there's the guaranteed sleep turn as Blood Moon comes out. Yep, that's going to one-hit KO Rotom. Absolutely throwing the game with 2 Leaf Storm misses. Energy Ball from Amoonguss. That's an interesting move, not really commonly run. Not doing a ton to Hitmontop here, though. He's going to take a second turn of sleep. We'll see here. Terra Ghost. Iron Bundle comes out as Protect goes on Amoonguss. Icy Wind going to hit, though, so still going to 50%. Jeez. And there's the second turn of sleep for Hitmontop. Earth Power going into Iron Bundle, which still kills. Yeah, not Urshifu. Ursaluna is a pretty strong Pokemon, and there is the Chi-Yu. So Terra fighting this time. As Helping Hand comes out into Chi-Yu, who gets hit by the Vacuum Wave, not enough to KO. But putting it in very decent range for anything else. Heat Wave coming out, taking the double KO, putting it to a 2v2. Redacted Champion definitely have the advantage here, though. With, a possible Aqua Jet or something into that Chi-Yu. After Chi-Yu's gone, I'm not sure as much Hitmontop can do here. Yep, it is Aqua Jet to take out Chi-Yu. It can maybe take out like Hisui and Samurai, who might be Scar because it went first. Aqua Cutter not picking up the KO, close combat. But I mean, yeah, what do you do about Aqua? Do you have like upper hand? That'd be the only way, right? But yeah, Aqua just comes out to finish off the match. So yeah, uh, I feel like that was a lot of luck with the double Leaf Storm miss. But I mean, unfortunately, that's how the game is played sometimes. But yeah, I'd say that was still good on the small oils for predicting that lead. Just, unfortunately, Leaf Storm missed twice. All right, and so here we're on to game 3. We'll see if the small oils can get as good of a lead as they did last time, and if, they just say, hey, I'm not going to miss Leaf Storm twice, or maybe something else is going to go better. Maybe my Hitmontop won't go to sleep from Mungas. But yeah, we'll see here. It is Dusclops who comes out first here with Ursaluna, so trying to go for that Trick Room as Hitmontop hits the field with Chi-Yu. That's not who you want to see. As we saw, it does one-hit KO Dusclops here. And White Herb Dusclops is shown. I feel like that was meant to be Mental Herb, so you couldn't get taunted, but yeah, so no EV like Dark Pulse 100% kills Dusclops. I feel like that was just like accidentally picking the wrong herb there, which is going to really hurt them in this game. As Amoonguss, well, it was Samurai, then swaps to Amoonguss for a bait, and the bait did work as close combat goes into that. Rocky Helmet and paralyzing Hitmontop. This Hitmontop cannot catch a break, but Eject Pack is going to bring back in Chi-Yu, certainly not good, as Earth Power goes into the Levitate Rotamo. So Protect from Ursaluna comes out. As Leaf Storm, well, who knows if it would have hit as it goes into a Protect, but Heat Wave, that's going to KO Amoonguss for sure. And now it's Hisui and Samurott and Ursaluna versus all 4 Pokemon on the Smoliv Oils side. Leaf Storm does connect, and we do see it was a one-hit KO, so it really needed at least one of those to hit in the last game. Heat Wave comes out, so probably choiced in some capacity there, as Sacred Sword comes out to KO Chi-Yu. But at this point, I feel Samurott cannot win a 1v3, especially while intimidated, and Fake Out Pressure is possibly active. But Terra Ghost comes out, it's the best you can do. Will Leaf Storm hit? It does hit, and doesn't KO with the now Ghost Terra. And Knockoff goes into Rotamo, take off the Choice Scarf. So at least you learn the item, but I feel like it's a little too late at this point as Volt Switch comes out. The 100% accurate move, not risking that miss. Giving the win to the Smoliv Oils. Well played, both teams.